me, Mr. Biedermeier. I'm here to give you an update on our big class trip. Now, as you know, our class trip to the Grand Tucky Basin was supposed to happen in 6 days. And although the authorities have canceled school for the next week, I'm here to tell you not to worry. School is only canceled this week, and I just found out that there are no cases of the virus in Grand Tucky. So pack your things, okay? Because this trip will most definitely happen. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week.
It's me again, the Magnificent Mysterio. Day 4 at sea, and they have canceled all the public gatherings. You don't know what this means to me. I am a cruise magician. I should be doing magic, but I can't do magic without an audience. 10 minutes ago, I made the Ace of Spades appear in my stateroom mini-fridge. But was that magic? No, because no one was here to see it. Except for me, and I already know how I did it. There's no one to be impressed. No one to shout, ooh, or ah, or Mysterio, here's my phone number, I'm in love with you. Which used to happen all the time. I mean, I'm the Magnificent Mysterio. I was so excited to be here. 6 months of cruising around the Caribbean, performing magic for all the different passengers, from the retirees to the grandparents to the elderly. I never expected I'd be quarantined in my room with coronavirus. I thought it would be like every other cruise and we would just get norovirus. You know? Ugh. I just made this handkerchief appear in my hand. If anyone were actually here to see it, they would be amazed, awestruck. But I know that I keep this same handkerchief up my sleeve at all times, and whenever I need to impress someone, I just roll it into the palm of my hand and present it. That's all it is. There's no magic, no electricity, nothing amazing. Just practice, a shuttle pass, and long sleeves. And it's got me thinking, if I can't do magic, am I still a magician? Am I still magnificent? Am I still Mysterio? Hello, sir or madam, do you like magic? I want you to think of a card. Any card. Got one? Good. Was this your card? Nothing. No response. When I walked around the Lido deck doing this for people, they would erupt in applause. I can't take it anymore. Stop calling me Mysterio. My real name is Beth. I'm 28 and single, and I still have student debt from going to acting school. I had a hard time connecting with people, and magic gave me this persona, this confident alter ego that I could present to the world, but inside, I was never that confident. I was just seeking validation. Boy, it feels good to just be honest like that. This is me, world, warts and all. Wait a minute. I think I just made my ego disappear. That might be the most impressive thing I've ever made disappear. And I never saw it coming. I might be the greatest magician of all time. I'm back, baby. Mysterio out!
I stole this. I'm not trying to steal anything right now. I'm changed. I am. I just feel a little depressed, and I think to myself, maybe I would feel better if I had your ring. Don't worry. I'm washing my hands. Everything is fine. It wasn't even a real diamond. I wonder if she knows. Maybe I should tell her. Look, things are a little hard right now, and you should just leave me to my little vices. You don't need that coat, or that leather handbag, or that chair. My wardrobe has doubled in size. You can see people about to say something when they see me in their clothes, and then they don't want to get too close, maybe, or maybe they don't need it as much as I need it. I need it all. Give me your everything. Who knows what tomorrow brings? I was doing well, too. I was calm. I was not stealing things. I had a program, and I was sticking to it. And then, well, life likes to throw curveballs, and I was never good at baseball. I stole home once, and they asked for it back. Sorry. Bad joke. Look, we all lose people. I just want something in return, like lots of stuff. And yeah, overall, in bulk, maybe it won't make me feel better, really, but it makes me feel a little good at first. That's the problem, isn't it? Because I hate myself so much for taking it, but look at that. That's pretty. And tomorrow I won't like it as much as today, and maybe I'll find something else pretty. Oh, look at you. You have all sorts of things, don't you? Just don't look away for too long, okay? Because I'm gonna take some of those things. Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, look how scared you look. You're hilarious. Relax. You don't need any of this stuff. I do. I need it all. All of it.
This video is for Tommy. Tommy, hello. Oh, Mrs. Montgomery, hello to you too. I don't know if you're still monitoring Tommy's emails, but, you know, if you are, hello, it's Eleanor from, I don't know, childhood and stuff. So, I'm still on the cruise ship, but we're not moving anymore. And my room really smells like potatoes. But that's my fault because I spilled mashed potatoes on the floor. They said they couldn't come and spare anyone to clean it up, which, I mean, that's totally understandable, but I still wish it didn't smell like potatoes. I don't smell like potatoes, just the room does. So, the real reason why I'm filming this video is to, you know, just let you know that I will obviously not be home in time to go to prom, so we cannot go to prom together. And I wanted to give you permission to ask Jessica to the prom. Because I don't know, it seems like you really want to go with her. Oh, Mrs. Montgomery, your son is not a cheater. Tommy and I are not dating. Like at all. There is no romantic feelings between us whatsoever. But yeah, I can't go anymore. And you should still go. And with someone you want to go with, even if that person is Jessica. Jessica is fine, sorta. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry, I'll just edit it out. Yes, go to prom with Jessica. She's great. And, you know, you two obviously have the hots for each other. I see you guys together. Especially, like, after band and stuff. You two really seem to have quite the connection since you switched to bassoon. Yeah, but seriously, she's super nice. I actually sat next to her in chem last year, and she has a really good vibe. Oh my gosh, okay, funny story real quick. So, one time during a test, she literally just fell asleep. Like, right there on the desk. Who does that? I mean, at least it wasn't AP, but still. She had a little bit of drool too. So, you can ask Jessica to the prom if you want to. And I will release you of our pact. Oh, Mrs. Montgomery. So, I think it was in 6th grade, Tommy and I made this pact. Well, this was, you know, back when we were both losers, that we would
go to prom together if we weren't in a relationship with other people. Or in a relationship with each other, which I know you've teased us about, Mrs. Montgomery. You kind of bring it up a lot. Can you imagine? I'll edit that. So, prom. Sorry, I feel like I'm saying prom a lot. Do you ever say a word a ton and it just stops sounding like a word anymore? Tommy, prom, Tommy, prom. Sorry, I guess the boat is getting to me. Boat brain. Anyway, I should go soon. But, real quick, if you don't end up going to prom with Jessica, or if prom doesn't happen at all, we could do, like, our own prom. Like, in my dad's basement or something. Remember when we used to rollerblade down there? Oh, we could do that too! Oh, wait, no, but my dad just got it carpeted. You know what, I'll talk to him. Ooh, another fun fact. So there's this dance instructor on the boat, and she does these video live lessons, and I have been following along, and I have been learning. So it's like da 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 da. So there's that. Just think about it. No pressure. Just think about it. I think it could be a really fun thing to do once I get out of my potato room and off the boat. Let me know. Buddy, old pal. Okay. Bye, Tommy. Bye, Mrs. Montgomery. Bye, Tommy. Sorry, I think I already just... I'm just gonna start over. 3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone! Miss me back home? Miss you? We barely recognize you! Yeah, the sea's been a bit rough on me. My eyes have gone googly. I've sprouted fuzz. I seem to be made primarily of textiles. You wouldn't think life on the ocean would turn a person to textiles. But look at me! I'm your worst dirty laundry nightmare! I'm your laundry come alive! Hey, who's that behind me?
I'm your handler. Get it?
Yeah, you're a comedic genius. Do you mind? I'm trying to tell the folks back home about my transformation.
Nice. Becoming single is the best thing that ever happened to you. If you were still a pair of socks, I'd be wearing you. If you were still a pair, you'd be on my feet. You really should be laughing at my jokes. Because I own you. I bought you to wear. I can do whatever I want with you. I can throw you out of this porthole.
No, you can't. It doesn't open.
Doesn't open? Seriously?
You know that. You know everything I do.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, don't be sad.
I'm your worst laundry come alive. Yeah, that was a nice bit. I appreciate your efforts. But we're trapped here.
Not forever.
Sure feels like forever.
I'm a talking sock.
And I'm talking to a sock.
Well, who else you got? Makes complete sense.
What if we never get out of here? What if we're trapped here forever?
Viruses have lifespans too. We just gotta outlive the sickness. Make sure we do our push-ups. Just gotta get in the right formation. You look ridiculous. Just, come on. 1, 2.
This was supposed
supposed to be a fun cruise. You know, I was supposed to meet new people. People who I couldn't be able to run away from. Because I have this problem. Meet someone I want to get to know better, and then I suddenly can't say one thing to them. It's like, I know I'm going to make an idiot of myself, so I clam up. Clam. It's the ocean. But I thought, if I see the same new people every day, and they couldn't run away from me as much as I could, then maybe I could relax, without making first impressions or second impressions, or maybe just not be such an awkward kook. You, an awkward kook? And now I'm not meeting anyone. I'm stuck in this room with my awkward kook self. I can't leave. Don't tell me this is an opportunity that I should make lemonade out of lemons, because there's no redeeming fruit in all of this at all. I agree, I guess. We just gotta roll with it. Roll with the waves. Feel them. Feel the waves beneath us? Rolling? Just keep rolling, don't they? Yeah.
What do you think they doing up there in that big ship thing, Chloe? How long has it been? 2 weeks? 3? I just remember. You know what? There's some folks up there getting to know what it's like doing time. Halfway, anyway. But they got swimming pools, right? Ping pong tables? You think they still swimming around? Betcha someone peed in the pool, huh? Playing ping pong. I played ping pong a couple of times. That stuff is so boring, they should use it as a sleeping aid. Man, that boat was like the perfect old age place for all rich people. Betcha they don't want to get off. Bet they still hitting people with their canes trying to stay on there. Get off of me! Get off of me! You know what? They should kick their asses off and let on the homeless. Shoot, they'd sleep right on those ping pong tables. On those deck chair thingies. See, my idea is that rich people don't care about poor people because they've never met one. Yeah. How many cabins they got in there in that boat? Mix and mingle. Ought to mix things up for once. Put one of them folks in each cabin with the rich dude. How many beds they got in each room? Two doubles maybe? 2 homeless, 2 rich. Let them stay in quarantine for a month or 2. No. 1 homeless, 1 rich, 1 filmmaker. Aw, yeah, put that stuff out there. Man, there'd be some changes made, right? Mix and match, baby. Change, brother. Let it all start right on that cruise ship. Shoot, if I knew who to get a hold of, I'd put that idea out. Whoa. Is that someone over there leaning on that rail waving at us? Hello there, rich person. How you doing? Invite me on, dude. I got 17 years of stuff to lay on you, brother. Hey, I'll come over there so you can throw me down some steak, alright? Let's get this thing on!
Hey everyone, it's me, Mr. Biedermeier. I'm sure you've heard by now that the authorities have canceled school for the next month. And unfortunately, that means all class trips. I know this is hard. I mean, some of you have waited all year for this trip to happen. And There's got to be something we can do. Yeah! Come heck or high water, we're still gonna have the best class trip ever! All right, everybody, I'll see you soon.
No one tells you how small these rooms are. I can't turn around without bumping into the bed or the toilet doubles as a shower. Which is good because we ran out of TP days ago. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I used to have intense, pressing OCD, need to know the time all the time because of my Apple Watch. But I dropped it into the porthole days ago, and it got eaten by a shark. There are a lot of sharks out there. They keep circling, and circling, and circling, and circling, and circling. It's like they know we don't have long. Someone said that they were nurse sharks, that even when their stomachs are empty, they're completely harmless. But I don't know who will believe anymore. The tour group from Idaho took the mouse hostage yesterday. The costume, not the kid who plays him. Or at least I hope they let the kid go, since they're planning on burning the mouse in a jiffy. They're also planning on setting the ship on fire, which is all right because we're surrounded by water, right? I spent most of my time meditating. Since we don't have any TV, I read all the People magazines I stole from the store. I feel a little bad that I cut them with my cuticle scissors and paste them on the wall with toothpaste. But these are my friends now. Meghan Markle, Billie Eilish, that one serial killer, and Cher. I wrote them a song last night after eating mushroom pizza, getting high from food poisoning. It's a tragedy not to have an exit strategy. Just an imaginary, a magazine celebrities. No one ever let me sing before. Probably a good thing. Oh, hear that? Oh, it's happening. The nightly wilding. See? I'm sheltering in place. But the crazy Idaho group, they went burrow fast, went to the daycare, and painted each other wild colors. And then they danced on the captain's table on the sun deck. I noticed my finger doesn't have any SPF in it. I'd offer my prescription kind, but it expired. It made me look like I was wearing vanilla frosting, so I never used it. Maybe if I offer it to those crazy Idahoans, maybe they won't make me walk the plank like they did to the Florida group.
Okay, let me start with a little backstory. I didn't choose to come on this cruise. What I mean by that is, I would never choose a cruise if I had a choice. Like, if someone were to ask me, describe your dream vacation, a cruise would never be something I normally mention. Because yeah, cruises sound great. There's entertainment every night. The food is impeccable. The crew members are so nice and the other passengers seem so cool. And the best part is, you can be in a pool while you're in the middle of the ocean. Like, you're in the water while you're on the water. Crazy, right? But the thing is, I get sick. Not just seasick or homesick, but motion sick. Riding in a car, I throw up. Riding a fast roller coaster, throw up. Flying in a plane, going on a train, even on a skateboard sometimes, throw up. I once even got sick riding in my grandmother's wheelchair. There I was, just zooming around the living room and bleh, mashed potatoes all over her television. So you're probably thinking, if she's so sick, then why is she on this cruise? And if you're not thinking that, now you are. The truth is, it was my grand prize. You see, I always listen to the radio on my way to work, 92.4 The Hits, and they always do these contests with the 24th caller. they give out prizes. Like, once they gave out Disneyland tickets, and the other, they gave out $1,000. And once they even gave out free puppies. What? So there I was, listening to the newest Jonas Brothers song, and the DJ came on and said, "All right, cool cats, I'm gonna need caller 24 to call in and win an awesome prize. Probably the best we've ever given." And I'm like, what could be better than free puppies? So I called, and I don't normally call, and I didn't think I was gonna win. But then the DJ came on and said that I was caller 24. I was so shocked I nearly drove my car into a 7-Eleven gas pump. So I asked them, I said, "What's this grand prize?" And they said that I had won a ticket to this cruise, and I was going on Saturday. Well, I never win anything, and I mean ever. My niece beat me the last time we played Uno, and she's 4. So of course I said yes. So there I was, 3 to 4 hours into this cruise, and I already had a huge meal in the restaurant. Steak, lobster, you name it. And then I thought, let's go check out the pool. So I put on my bathing suit, lathered up in sunscreen, and went down to the deck. The water was the perfect temperature. So I get in, I lay on my back, and begin to look up as I begin to float and stare at the beautiful blue sky. You see, what they don't tell you in the brochure is that when you're in water, on the water, it feels like you're being tossed around in a washing machine. So 2 minutes into my delightful float, the lobster I had for lunch, well, let's just say it found its way back into the water. And from that moment on, I did not leave my bed in my cabin. I just sat here with my crackers and my water and just thought to myself, 4 more days. 4 more days, and I can be on dry, steady land and be done with the motion sickness. But an hour before we're supposed to go home, the captain comes on and says that we're going to be quarantined for 14 days. 14 days. I am losing it here. I can't eat, I can't move, I can't do anything. And of course I'm thinking to myself, this is my grand prize. This is what I would get for being caller 24. This is my something better than puppies. I just wanted some puppies. Oh God. I think I have to log off now. I'll try and reach out later, but I think I'm gonna be.
Have you seen my watch? It's one of those fitness ones that counts your steps. It's real chunky, has a bright blue band, and I know you're probably gonna say it's in my room somewhere. I mean, it has to be in my room somewhere, right? It's not like we've been ashore recently. Yeah, but anyways, the watch band, it gets a little itchy sometimes, so I take it off places. And I do like to walk around the ship. I mean, at home I like to run. I'm actually training for a marathon. Half marathon. Canceled now. But anyways, did you know you can't run here? Like anywhere on the ship, even before this whole quarantine. It's like a law or something. You can't run on boats. So what are you gonna do if you can't run? You're gonna walk, that's what. And the ship captain or whoever, they say it's okay to walk as long as you don't touch, as long as you don't interact with anybody or anything. 6 feet, right? But most people don't go out of their cabins, so I can pretty much go anywhere and it's fine. You know how most people do like 10,000 steps a day? Do you know what I do? 20,000 steps. Every single day. And do you know how long it's been since I missed a day? 4 years. I could actually tell you the exact number of days. There's an app, this app that keeps track of it, and it says, whoa. It says 1,499 days. That's my streak. And if I don't find my watch it's gonna break the streak. Because there's no other way to put your steps in there. And I know 1500 is just a number, but it's 1500. And if I don't find my watch, it's gonna break the streak. Because I can't put my steps in there. And if I don't have my streak, then what am I even doing out here? Huh? Just wandering around? Haunting the halls like some third-rate Harry Potter character? Sorry. I'm just a bit... the streak, you know? The ship does feel haunted sometimes. Do you ever feel that? Like, when I'm walking around, I can hear these voices. People on balconies below me talking or crying, sometimes singing. But I can never see them. I can never make out what they're saying or why they're crying. Ah! This ship is spooky. This whole, I don't know what to call it, this situation is spooky. Very Act 1 of the zombie movie. And I don't like zombie movies. But my watch, my streak, my 20,000 steps. I know it's dumb, but it's normal. And I need normal. I need my watch. It's chunky and blue.
But you don't understand. I'm not one of them. One of the unwashed, uncared for, the weak of immune system, and overall just gross. The unlimited buffet hogs. What's so hard to understand? I'm going to be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I get every vaccine on time. I go to the doctor once a year on precisely the same day for my annual checkup. I eat an apple a day, I slurp clear broth once a week, and I squeeze my own oranges for juice every morning. I exercise 3 times a week using a regime personally tailored to my body's unique needs by a trainer at a school of physical perfection at an Ivy League university. So this whole quarantine thing, it's ridiculous. It's not for people like me. People who take their health seriously, with a capital S. People who treat their bodies with the care and the overcare, just too much care. I probably care too much about my body and think too much. The point is, I don't belong here. I'm not a quarantine type of person. And I didn't steal a thing. Those rubber escape boats, those are for everybody, for personal use. Like a water fountain at a public park. Not that I would use a water fountain at a public park because germs. No, I only drink the best Perrier water. All the way, baby. None of that LaCroix knockoff stuff or that Brita filter water. No, Perrier. All the way, all the how. No cough here. Nope, that was just a small operation, just a... No, something stuck in my throat. Raw carrot, maybe. I eat my veggies raw to preserve all of the vitamins and... As I was saying, any chance you have a spare bed in the nurse's office?
Hello? Hello, are you there? I keep seeing glimpses of you out of the corner of my eye. A flash or a flicker. A sense of something nearby. A friendly presence. At least, I hope you're friendly. I've been cooped up in this room for 12 days now, and you haven't been unfriendly yet. So, I'm gonna be optimistic. The other day, was it yesterday? 2 days ago? What is time anymore? My watch went missing. It was on my bedside table, and then this morning it was on top of the closet. Is that you? Are you playing games with me? I noticed you the second night of quarantine. The Wi-Fi was out and I was freaking out. I have nobody to contact here, nobody was telling me anything, and my chest got all tight and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't think, and everything was spiraling out of control, and I was so alone. But then I felt a presence. I looked up and I couldn't see anybody, but I felt you, and I knew I wasn't alone, that at least someone would be here for me. I've been too nervous to talk to you. What if you float away and I never get to feel your presence again? I think I'll call you Clarice, my friendly little ghost companion, Clarice. It's nice to meet you. Wonder how you got here. Oh God. Did you die in this room? In this bed, people die on cruise ships, and they just get tossed overboard. Did they toss you overboard? Will they toss me overboard? Am I gonna die on this cruise ship? Is that why you're here, Clarice, to let me know that? I don't want to die on this cruise ship. Spending my last hours in this 20 square foot room with crappy meals being delivered to my door and talking to a ghost. This room's basically a coffin, isn't it? So much for a nice solo trip to the Bahamas. I can't believe I spent my credit card points on this. No, you're right, Clarice. It's fine. I'll be fine. I'm young and healthy, and I've got nothing to worry about. No worries. Just boredom. Boredom and talking to ghosts. I think I like you, Clarice. I hope you stick around. Keep hiding my watch and I'll keep finding it. And when I finally get to leave this stupid room, I hope you'll come back to the real world with me. The real world. What even is that anymore? Is this real? Are you real? Am I real?
Those are Flintstone vitamins. Really. And they were expired, but you can't tell the difference. Why I'm taking vitamins at the end of the world? Because they're multi-purpose. Many unknown purposes. And I may need their magical properties on the other side, like the coins that ancient Greeks would place on a dead person's eyes, so they can pay the ferry tollman to cross the river. Sticks. Coins on the eyes of the dead. It's grim, but I like it because it's a plan. Plans are good. It's like the ancient Egyptians mummifying their dead so their bodies could be preserved for the next world. That's really smart. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Except, instead of cloth, I'm going to use the rarest and most valuable commodity in our society. TP, the chosen paper of the porcelain gods. Consider this my last message. My last dialogue with the world. Although for a dialogue, you need more than one person. And it's just me. So I don't know what you'd call this. A monologue? No, that doesn't seem right. Someone is receiving this, right? There's someone out there, right? I know you can't respond, but I know you're there, and that's comforting on some level. Yeah, totally comforting. At the very least, someone will find this recording and know I existed. A digital time capsule, if you will. What was left to say? I already texted every single person in my contacts. I sent them a very simple message. Thank you. Nothing specific, just thank you. It took me 78 minutes. Most people were confused. Some didn't respond. Understandable. Others took it as an opportunity to engage. But a lot of people got it. They responded back, I love you too. Thank people is important. It may be the most important thing we can do. It might be the only gift we can leave behind. A simple gesture of kindness and gratitude. So to anyone out there who finds this, thank you. And if you need a wipe, feel free to unwrap me. Now it's time to disappear. Time to say goodbye. See you on the other side of the river. I am gone.
Hi, Mrs. Anderson? I got a note that you wanted to see me. Oh, is that? Oh. Okay, so, right, listen, Mrs. Anderson, I know that I might have, strayed a little from the approved towel sculpture list. I took a little creative license and... No, you're completely right. It was out of line and... Okay, but in my defense, it wasn't supposed to be seen by any actual passengers. See, normally, Maggie comes in after I finish changing out the linens and vacuums, and we have this joke where I make a towel sculpture that is, not regulation. And then she takes it apart and makes it into something more appropriate, and we have a big laugh about it later. But I guess either she didn't see that, or maybe she's mad at me, or was trying to get me in trouble. But in any case, it was a joke. Please, Mrs. Anderson, it wasn't meant to be taken that way. I mean, no, it is a towel rabbit hanging himself with the passenger's belt. Okay, no, that's exactly what it is. I've just got to own up to that one. Of course, I know suicide is not something to joke about. I get that. And I can see how looking at it from your perspective, from the perspective of the passenger, who just came back from dinner to find... Sorry? Passenger and their kids? Yikes! Okay, wow. What a day for Maggie to decide to knock off early, that slacker. She's the one who should be in here too, right? I mean, I should. I'm not saying I shouldn't, but if you saw some of the things she spelled out in dirty socks in people's beds... No, that's not the point. Listen, Mrs. Anderson, this suicidal towel bunny is not indicative of the type of employee I am. I'm very dedicated to this job. Do you have any idea how long it took me to get the belt to even stay around his little neck? Like, I put it around and I was like... Right, sorry. All I'm saying is people have been really stressed out. I mean, you said as much at the team meeting yesterday. And now that it's come out that we'll be quarantined another month with no days off, no relief, no breaks, and the passengers just keep demanding more and more insane... Did you know that everyone in cabin 2211 keeps insisting that a staff member sing the Macarena while they wash their hands? Yes, with the dance. They say it's not the same without the... Point is that it's insane, and we feel like we can't ever get away. And today, I felt like if I had to fold one more towel frog or swan, I was literally going to lose my mind! Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Everyone is on edge. People are scared, and when people are scared, they do stupid, thoughtless things like folding towels into inappropriate shapes. So, I'm very sorry, Mrs. Anderson. I can see by your face that you're clearly under an extraordinary amount of strain yourself. Have you tried folding some towels? I could show you how to make a monkey. Okay, no, I'll see myself out.
Ahoy, mateys! What? It's me, Captain Biedermeier, and I have great news. Our class cruise is happening right now. Yeah, I know we can't leave our houses, but we can use the magic of the internet to have our own virtual cruise. I mean, just look at our cruise ship. Isn't it beautiful? And look at all the worldly and interesting passengers aboard the ship. Hello, my name is Mr. Paws, and I come from a nation with different customs than yours. Oh my gosh, Mr. Paws, we just love your accent. Oh my goodness, there it is. The beautiful Grand Tucky Basin. Oh, it's even more beautiful in person. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, let's get a selfie. Here, let's set it up. Flip it, yep. Woo! Oh my gosh! Man, I'm tired. I'm gonna hit the hay. Thanks for making this the best class trip ever, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
So, I'm a kleptomaniac. Like a for real one, not like
Oops, I stole a pen one time from Sandy's desk. Oh, I'm such a klepto. Nope, I have a legit diagnosis and everything. I steal stuff. It's just sort of what I do. Why? I have no idea. It's not because I get any kind of rush from it or because I can't afford what I'm stealing. It's just because I want to. No, scratch that. Because I need to. So, yeah. My therapist was not super excited for me to go on this cruise, but I was like, whatever, what do you know about my life, man? He was like, literally everything. And I was like, good point. But I decided to go on this cruise anyways because I thought I could handle it. And then, the first night here, I stole 13 forks, 3 spoons, and a bottle of sunscreen and this crummy watch that's either super expensive or is from Walmart. I can't tell, and I don't really care. Did it make me feel better? No, stop asking dumb questions. You're clearly missing the entire point of mental health. And then we heard about the quarantine, like the announcements over the loudspeakers, the meeting we all had to go to. It was weird. Like, we were hearing about this super contagious disease while we're packed in here like sardines. Dumb. I stole some lady's magazine out of her purse while she was talking to her husband about their kids. I guess they have like 4 and they're worried about them. And I guess I thought it wasn't a big deal until we got all the masks and gloves and we weren't allowed to leave our rooms and people are like crying and calling their families and stuff. And I was just like, wow, crap. And I opened up my dresser drawer and I saw this stolen junk I had and I was like, what am I doing? So I texted my therapist and I was like, I'm in a weird situation. I'm gonna return stuff to people. And he was like, that's really good, Alex. And I was like, I don't know. For a moment, I felt this sense of relief, I guess. Because I steal stuff out of compulsion and it never makes me feel any better, but the prospect of returning it made me, I don't know. Happy is not the right word. Calm is better, and I never feel calm. So I returned everything and nobody knows I did it. So I like reverse stole it and probably nobody cares. But I do. And if I can make things a little better by returning all that random junk, then I guess I did something good. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to my therapist about this. Provided I don't have the coronavirus and keel over and die in like 3 minutes. Just kidding. Except not. I'm not kidding at all. So, yeah, that's it.
Hey Janie, it's Josh. Just calling you back after our last convo because I figured you wanted an answer. So, yeah. Sorry, that was awkward. I'm just so you know, I'm still fine, healthy, not infected. Hopefully they'll let us off the ship in the next week. That's the rumor, anyway, but who knows? And you were right, cruises are terrible. I'm having a terrible time. And I understand now why you didn't want to come. Because you could be held on one for weeks. During a pandemic. With no one in sight, which is terrifying. So, Well, I feel like I should address the elephant in the room, the, reason I'm calling. Because I know you're waiting for an answer. So here we go. The answer is, I think so. And I know that's not romantic. I know that when someone proposes to you, you're supposed to say yes, or yes, 1,000 times yes. And I know that we've been dating for 10 years, and this has been on your mind, our mind, for a while. And I know that in some ways, now would be a great time to get married. It's the end of the world. Why not? If we have to live in isolation, let's do it together as a unified front. Love is a battlefield, and I will always love you, etc. These are all great reasons to get married now, and I do love you. I want you to know that. I just want to explain why I hesitated, or why I needed a day before I answered you. So I'll try to explain. Okay. First of all, this isn't really the end of the world. It's just a very hard time. And no one should do anything too rash because the world is scary and different right now. If you told me you wanted to go skydiving and you felt like you had to do it now because you didn't know if the world would be around in a year, well, I'd advise against that. Because who's flying you? How well trained is the pilot? Are parachutes even being properly tested right now? And furthermore, does your skydiving instructor have COVID? Because in all likelihood, you'd be strapped together like way closer than 6 feet apart. And I just read a tweet that said that there's this whole aviation school in Alabama where everyone was infected. Okay, so clearly, if you said, I want to go skydiving, I would say no. Even though it might be the last time you will ever be able to skydive for a while, no, because I did the research and I know the risks. And I think the question you asked me, should we get married, deserves, research and thought. And I realized that comparison doesn't really work. I mean, both require a leap of faith, one literal, one a metaphor. They both require a parachute, so I guess marriage doesn't really require a parachute. Never mind. I'm just scared. I'm scared right now. I'm more scared than I've ever been. And I know that marrying you should have been a no-brainer, but I'm letting fear control me right now. I'm trying not to let it, but I am sometimes. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry I didn't just say yes. The answer is yes, I'll marry you. I love you. As soon as I get back, let's find an LA minister and... Oh, you're calling me. Well, never mind. Hello?
Hey, I don't mean to put any more pressure on you. I know you're really stressed and you tend to think and overthink things when you're really stressed. And this is obviously like the most stressful time for you. So I'm sorry to put all this on you. And if you need more time...
The answer is yes, I do. Of course I do.
Oh, that's so... I didn't... You seem so sure of yourself. I expected a long explanation and a hand-wringing and...
Not this time. I love you, Janie. Let's get married.
Oh, great. I love you too.
Hey, I left you a message. Would you mind deleting it?
Never would you even believe the words I'm about to say. But it's so easy to say them now that I can't actually see you, so... I don't know, I wonder why. Anyway, so since I can't talk to you, I guess I'll have to, try and telepathically send you how I'm feeling and hope that mother-daughter connection comes through. Not that we're usually connected. I've been too busy with that. Too distracted with other things that I thought were more important. Too, I don't know, selfish. But whenever I needed you, you've always been there, so here goes my best try. So the day I departed to this cruise, I pushed the pause button. Escaped from my captives, my AP courses, finishing my senior year when everybody knew we all checked out by then. And you. And I was looking for some freedom. So why are the things that I was so happy to temporarily leave behind are the things that I just want most now? So Here are my words, Mama, and I hope wherever you are, you can feel them. What I want is you. I want to be home. I'd gladly accept you kicking me out of the kitchen because I'm more in the way than I am helping. And I'd give you a personal invitation to embarrass me in front of my friends when you spontaneously sing and dance with us as we dance to our favorite songs. And I want to laugh with you, even though what you think is funny is actually pretty corny. Oh, like that time about what you told me about Mrs. Goff trying to introduce Mr. Peabody, a guest pianist, who was about to perform in front of a crowd in church. But instead, she said, "And now Mr. Playbody will pee for us." I was too cool to laugh with you then. But then you started laughing, and then I couldn't help myself. I miss your laugh. When I get home, I want you to repeat every annoying cliche thing you've ever said to me because they're all replaying in my head right now. Put your positive pants on. Worrying will never change the outcome. Will this all matter a year from now? I even find myself repeating them to my friends sometimes. But, you know, for some reason, I can't tell you that. Sometimes when I want to say it, I don't. There's this stubborn thing inside me that I just can't always say what I mean, and now, while you're not here, I want to say this, and I hope wherever you are right now, you can feel it. I'm sorry I've never told you before just how proud I am to have you as my mother. You know, I love you.
I went on the singles cruise because I was lonely. I guess the other passengers could probably say the same thing. That's why we're here, right? To meet someone so that we won't be lonely anymore? I've been lonely for quite some time. Sure, I've had a couple of serious relationships, but for the past 10 years or so, I feel like I've been in a rut. I've tried all kinds of ways of meeting that special someone. I tried the club scene, but it wasn't for me. The music was too loud, the drinks too expensive, and I like to be in bed by 10. So I tried speed dating, but I never felt like I had anything good to say. I tried the internet for a while. Match.com, eHarmony, singles only, farmers only, lonely people only. You get the picture. But none of that really did it for me. Sure, I'd meet someone here or there, but no one with real substance. No one that I could picture spending the rest of my life with. So I was about to abandon up all hope and give my life to the church when I got this brochure in the mail. It read, "Are you single and ready to mingle?" And I thought to myself, yes, I am single and I am most definitely ready to mingle. So I called up the number on the brochure and I bought my ticket. This was going to be my last chance, my best shot at meeting that special someone. It was fate. So I packed my bags and got ready to mix and mingle with all of the available bachelors. But once I got on the ship, I realized that I had been duped. Sure, this was a singles cruise, but for the elderly. Everyone was over 75. Don't get me wrong, they were very nice. The bingo games were happening. I almost won the shuffleboard tournament. Eating dinner by 4 p.m. was delightful, and I was definitely the most popular girl on the ship. But I came here to meet someone to spend the rest of my life with, not the next 10 years if I'm lucky. And to top it all off, I've been quarantined in my room for 14 days, which has given me lots of time to think, is there really no one out there for me? Am I going to be alone? Have I set my standards too high? Am I really going to become a nun? Will they call me Sister Delilah? And I decided, yes, I was ready to give up. I was going to be single, and that was okay by me. However, right before we were going to be released from our quarantine, leave the ship, and be back on dry land, we had to get tested by the medical staff. And that is when I met you, Dr. Andrew Fairbanks. I'm sorry. Was that too much information? I know you only asked me how I was doing, but then I just opened my mouth and it all came spilling out. Another reason why I'm alone. What? A date? With you? Maybe this singles cruise was fate after all?
Hey everybody. I hope you're doing okay since our virtual ship was quarantined. Apparently Mr. Paws was infected with the virus, so just to be safe I rounded up all the other passengers and I set them on fire. I know this is hard, but we're Americans, and you know what? Everything's gonna be just fine. Before we know it, everything is gonna be back to normal. Adios, amigos. I'll see you soon.
This started out as a vacation. The first one since the twins were born. They're 4 now, so you could imagine. It was the getaway we were longing for, and now we can't get away from it. Having twins was a test for our marriage. Now lock yourself up in a cruise ship cabin with your spouse for longer than expected with no access to the tiki bar. That's a test. We FaceTime the kids every day. My mother has them. Thank God. Imagine we had hired someone to do this. But still. A long weekend is one thing. 14 days is a whole other thing. My mother is 68. 4-year-olds are so much work. They get up in the middle of the night to go potty or because of a bad dream or because they just want to snuggle up next to you. And I miss my babies. I'm going crazy. No. I am crazy. They don't understand why we aren't back yet. Explain quarantine to a pair of 4-year-olds. Explain virus or that we have to stay on the ship and not get off and that we aren't sick but we still can't get off and that we might have it but don't worry because we don't have it. When we FaceTime, the kids cry. Then I cry, my husband cries, my mom cries. And then my poor mother is left with them crying. She has to answer their questions at bedtime. That we don't know when Mommy and Daddy are going to be back. She tells me not to worry. That we're going to get through this. That I need to stay strong. That the kids are alright. My mom is still being my mom and a grandma. I feel like I can't breathe. The virus is doing this to me. And I don't even have it. I don't think.
Are you there? Don't make me yell. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be quarantined in my stateroom, but I'm ready to jump. I was a championship diver. Sort of. Third in Mora, Minnesota League. There are 4 of us. But I can do this. Just swim by, and I'll catch you, and I'll hold on, and I'll feed you fish for the rest of your life. Well, more like the rest of my life, because, let's face it, you're immortal and will live forever, and I unfortunately won't. I saw you swim by, you and a whole bunch of your dolphin friends. It's called a pod, right? A flock of dolphins? You're in a dolphin pod? Well, I'm on this pod, this humongous pod. They call it a cruise ship. Really, it's just a virus ship. And I'd rather not stay here any longer. Please, Palamon, you're sworn to protect anyone on a sea journey, and I need protecting. I need to get off this pod. Oh, come on. You can at least be impressed that I know my mythology. Which god to seek? I bet you thought you were forgotten. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I think you're hot. Not just cute, but like blazing hot. You could be on one of those fireman calendars. If you come closer, I can tell you more secrets. Fine, betray all you stand for. If I'm left here to die, I will make sure that I badmouth you all over social media. Fake god, imposter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm just scared. I need you to come get me so that I can escape this death ship. I hear the crew. Hellman, come up for air. Hellman, I think I see you, yes. Yes, I see you.
No, I didn't. I swear I didn't. Yes, you're right. I had no right to touch your possessions. I get that. No, you don't need to call anyone. The captain or the purser or whoever. I can explain. Take a second to look in your purse, please. Yeah, see, it's your wallet. With all the money in it, all the credit cards, identification, everything's all there. I get how you're confused. Yes, I know you've been searching for it. I know because I took it. I stole your wallet out of your purse 3 days ago. You had no idea it was me because, well, I'm good at my job. And cruise ships are easy pickings. It's crazy. The one time I get caught, I was actually trying to return your stuff back to you. Okay, I get it. You have to call somebody. I won't try to run. Where am I gonna go? Just for the record, I'm sorry. I know I put a real black mark on your vacation when I stole it. I'm sure the theft, along with the quarantine, made this a real bad trip for you. Like I said, sorry. Why? To tell you the truth, it's a living. I'm not proud of it, but it puts bread on the table. And like I said, people on cruise ships. Oh, why was I trying to give it back? That's a tougher question. I hadn't planned on it, not before the quarantine. I mean, I've kind of got this system I've developed, contacts at all the ports, ways to fence things, so stuff doesn't hang around for long. It's a business. Sad as that sounds. That doesn't answer your, Look, why don't you just go ahead and call somebody? We don't need to stretch this out. No, I don't have any stuff on me anymore. I'm clean. You were the last one. I snuck everything else back. It was because I began to feel like it, you know? I couldn't keep taking stuff. I couldn't unload it. The quarantine made me stop and sit and look around. People are scared. You can see it in their eyes. This unseen thing, this virus, they don't know if it's going to get them or if it already has. I mean, they thought they were coming to someplace sunny and carefree and, safe. And then all of a sudden, this thing snuck up on them. I couldn't shake feeling like... Look, I steal stuff for a living, okay? I used to. I used to. And I figured a way to be okay with that. Other people had more stuff than me. They didn't need the stuff I was taking from them. I made it all right in my head. But with this whole quarantine thing, actually having to look at the people, I started feeling... I couldn't shake feeling like I was a sickness myself. And I couldn't live with that. You're not gonna call? I deserve it. Are you sure? Alright. I will. Goodbye. Thanks. I will. I'll keep my hands clean.
It doesn't hurt to call one more time. Hi, this is Eleanor Ackling calling from room 9255. I was calling to see if you had any updates. Yeah, I knew all of that. The captain made himself quite clear. I am up to date on virus information and quarantine details. I was actually calling for a menu update. Yeah, a dinner menu update? Well, you see, the itinerary says that tonight is formal night and usually the quality of the meal reflects the quality of the attire. And let me tell you, I am wearing a lobster-worthy gown. You see, okay, I never go to Marshall's because I hate waiting in lines. But something told me that if I went there, I would find... Oh, no. I completely understand that I'm not trying to waste your time. And I'm very appreciative of everything that the staff is doing. I just wanted a menu update. Okay, deliveries will start with the 5th floor at 5 o'clock. You see, I had selected late dining, but... Oh, no, you're right. By the time you get to the interior cabins on the 9th floor, it will be late dining anyways. So, wait, okay, tell me what's being served. No. Let me guess. Is it prime rib? No, I have to go with my gut. Is it lobster? Oh, no, yeah. I completely get it. We are in a pandemic and we are quarantined, and for the safety of ourselves and others, we must remain in our cabins and stay away from ship activities. You know, my mom said I should have sprung for the exterior cabin. If you're gonna go for a cruise by yourself like a crazy person, you might as well have a balcony or a window. I laughed when she said interior cabin would make me crazy. It's just a week, I said. It's so much cheaper, I reasoned. But now I know that my mom is right. And I hate when my mom is right, because I am going crazy. Crazy without sunlight, crazy without human interaction, crazy without anything to look forward to. So forgive me for clinging on to the small joys of cruise life that I still have. Because I should be going to the new collector's Thomas Kincaid sale in the art gallery, or playing bingo in the Sphinx Lounge, or getting a live acupuncture demonstration on the Royal Promenade. But no. Instead, I am watching the life and legacy of Thomas Kincaid on television and playing bingo on my phone and performing acupuncture on myself with the safety pins I'm using to tack my evening gown to my bra. No, that was not a threat. I didn't even get to go to the live acupuncture demo, so with my luck, I'd probably paralyze myself, and by the time someone found me, my bra straps would be showing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm being so selfish. I am safe, I am healthy, I have the unlimited movie package and free Wi-Fi. Could you please forgive me? Thank you. Oh. Lobster. Formal night.
Do you hear the beautiful ocean breeze? How about those exotic walruses, huh? Do you smell the salty seawater? Oh my gosh, it's President Abraham Lincoln! Oh, it's such an honor to meet you, Mr. President. Hey, everybody, the president says it's okay if we go for a swim. Oh! Oh yeah, the water's great. Oh come on, join me. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine. All right, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Hi, friends, fans, family far and wide. When Grandma Marilyn first asked me, do you want to go on a cruise? I thought of shrimp buffets. I thought of all-you-can-drink virgin pina coladas. And I thought of a poolside with 16 loops. I thought of Troop Beverly Hills when they eat caviar on the yacht, or the scene in 30 Rock when Tracy uses someone else's luxury liner to throw a party and the cops kick him off. In a less obscure reference, I thought of The Love Boat, which coincidentally I used to watch with my Grandma Marilyn as a young child, while eating Italian ices and dreaming of the day they'd be free with a purple wristband aboard my very own cruise heaven, the Duchess Almond Ruby, where I'm recording this SOS message to you all because, friends, fans, family far and wide, I am here to tell you, the shrimp is still a little frozen, the poolside gives me motion sickness, and the pina coladas, they taste like someone punished plastic by mixing it with cotton candy and shame. You do not want that drink. You do not want it. It's an abomination. It's worse than the musical episode of Grey's Anatomy, which I pretend to hate, but secretly love and watch at least once a month. Then, when I thought things couldn't get any worse, they said we're stuck on this boat. We're quarantined for our safety. First I thought, more time for reading, to work on my comic book, sit back and relax, maybe imagine my own amusement park, or think about the memoir I've been meaning to write since first grade. It was a simpler time. Then, friends, fans, family, far and wide, Grandma Marilyn ran out of her special perfume. The one that makes me think of warm cookies and fresh cut flowers, with like a hint of mustiness, just like one mothball in a pleasant cedar closet. Now, friends, now fans, now family far and wide, she just smells like herself. So this whole quarantine for my safety is more of an out of the frying pan to the fire situation. What about the safety of my nose, of my dear sweet nasal passages that have been through so much in their short lifetime? What about them? What about their safety? Grandma Marilyn, she just smells like an actual 96-year-old lady, which smells like, honestly, it smells like Grandma? Oh, hi, how are you? I've missed you.
Oh, hello, I've only got a few minutes to talk, I'm afraid. I've got to keep moving. Welcome aboard the Rebecca, Galactic Cruiser serial number AK7-34 Alpha Cosine Omega. Nearly 2 miles of pure titanium alloy and solar sails, powered by 14 jump boost engines designed specifically to make the leap between galaxies Einstein once believed was absolutely impossible. Moving slowly but steadily along the 2-year path between Earth and Alpha Centauri, the Rebecca offers a pure power cruise for the system elite. The 1% of the 1%. Swimming pools the size of lakes, casinos, racetracks, orchards with lasagna on the trees instead of apples. More. All for the utter pleasure of the richest fools in the solar system. Tech giants, energy kings and queens, Ethernet bigwigs, alien translators, online warriors, politicians, diplomats, and me. The biggest fool of all. Fool to think I could ever move on. Fool to think that things could change even today in the bright future we all share. Oh, forgive me, I forgot to introduce myself. That's on purpose, I guess. I'm not used to giving my name in public, and I won't be starting now. My real name wouldn't mean anything to you anyway. Just call me X. You've probably never heard of me. That's on purpose, too. The authorities would never want to broadcast the fact that someone like me exists. Not these days, after all. I am the greatest thief in the galaxy. After Corona 2020, they thought that jobs, and it is a job, don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise, like mine, were obsolete, old-fashioned, finished. After all, in the face of so much danger and so much trauma, and then after the changes that came once it was finished, the increases in healthcare, leaps in science, new ideas, new hope, throwing out the old ways of thinking, accepting the new, the useful, the beautiful. They called it the Great Awakening, a second renaissance that shocked the world with its kindness and compassion. Who needed crime when everyone was looking after each other? Who needed to steal things when there was plenty for everyone? Well, As it turns out, I did. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't need the things I stole. I wasn't starving, no one was back then. And I wasn't a Robin Hood either, stealing from the wealthy to give to the not so wealthy. No! Everything I took went right back to me. I just wanted things. I loved things. I loved having them. I loved using them. I loved surrounding myself with them. I had to have golden jewels on every finger, dressed in the finest cloth, driving the fastest cars, all powered by gas. None of this electric biofuel for me. The dirtier, the better. I was the last of a dying breed, those who were happiest not by helping others, not by saving the world, but by helping themselves. Cicero once said, "Cui bono," or who benefits, and for me, the answer was always me. In an expanding galaxy of activists, do-gooders, and self-righteous right-thinkers, I stood out like two sore thumbs. How could I not? My targets were the richest of the rich, the most powerful of the powerful, those who shaped this brand new existence. If there was a trinket around the neck of the daughter of some president or king, if there was a ring on the second toe of the husband of some high-energy magnate, if there was anything, anywhere, belonging to someone who made decisions that affected you and me, I had it in my sights. It was already mine. It was just a matter of when, and they all knew it. They all knew me, but they could never acknowledge me. How could they? My existence was a problem for them. I meant that not everyone was blissfully happy, not everyone was content. I was the irritant, the trickster, the sand in the oyster of this brave new world. If someone like me, someone who broke the rules just for the thrill of it, existed, then all bets were off. I could inspire others. The dominoes would fall and we'd be right back where we started. I could have continued having fun my whole very long life. That was what I wanted. That was the plan. But a famous boxer from the 20th century once said, "Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face." And I got hit in the face. Hard. It was the perfect heist. Even for me. I'd been planning it for more than a year. Everything was in place. Everything was timed to the millisecond. The prince of a thriving South American country, growing rich and fat in the tech sector, had given his wife a single ruby on the occasion of their first anniversary. And what a ruby. Forged in the heat of a red pure sun, it was as big as my heart and just as valuable. After more than a year of bribes and surveillance, I found myself in a place I knew all too well. Hanging thousands of feet in the air, upside down in front of a penthouse window. With a steady hand, my diamond-tip laser carved a hole in the glass just large enough for me to slip my hand in and pull the lock. Dozens of alarms had been cut the night before. Paying off and gaining the trust of lifelong servants was all part of my plan. I knew the schedule to the second. The apartment was empty and the 157 combination lock on the safe had been encrypted into my contact lenses. Nothing was going to stop me. As with so much else, the ruby was already mine. It was just a matter of when. I reached for that safe, like a hungry child reaching for a plate of cookies when... Excuse me? I spun in place, my hands still out, reaching for those cookies, for the thing I wanted. There, in the bed, that was supposed to be empty, that I've been told by dozens of bribed handmaids, servants, and butlers was never, ever used, was an old woman holding the bed curtain aside. "Excuse me?" she asked again. "Can I help you?" Her voice was so sorry and so full of pain. Her hair was a dirty gray like tarnished silver, matted with sweat to her forehead. Her eyes were filmed over white, covered with cataracts. She was blind, she couldn't see me. Even in my panicked state, I recognized her as the prince's mother. "I'm so sorry, I felt so dizzy I had to come in here and lie down. Do you work for my son?" Yes, I stammered. "Yes, I do." "Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. Please forgive me." Of course, ma'am." What could I do? I couldn't leave through the door. There were at least a dozen guards in the hallway. "Before you go, could you come here a moment?" Again, what could I do? I walked towards her and she reached for me. Her skin was like old paper, loose over her bones, but her fingers were strong and held my hand in a tight grip. "Keep it safe,"
She said, so desperate, keep it safe. Keep what safe, ma'am? My heart, it's here. I couldn't help asking, your heart, ma'am? My husband gave it to me. The ruby, but the son had passed it on when I was very young after she stopped. Was she sleeping? After we lost our first child, I stopped. I couldn't see anything now, not the door to the hallway or my exit window, just her now. It's too big, too beautiful, it's just too much. I told him. I couldn't help it. I leaned forward. Not for you, he told me. Never too big for you. Her grip loosened. She had fallen asleep. I backed away from the bed, keeping both eyes on her. I don't remember how I got out of the apartment, how I escaped. The alarms had never been tripped. No one ever knew I was there. I heard she had died a few days later. And I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. The fun, the thrill, the pure joy of it was gone. I left that part of myself back in that safe with that ruby and that old woman's white eyes and never looked back. I bought myself a ticket on a galactic cruiser called Rebecca, headed for Alpha Centauri. As cliched as it sounds, I was ready to make a new life, a new start. But my grandmother used to say that people don't change. Although they had kept my existence secret from the general public, too many of the rich and powerful knew who I was, what I had done. I was recognized the moment I came on board, tagged by 100 hungry security cameras and thousands of hungry eyes and minds, all hiding trinkets, jewelry, and other goodies I would have been starving for myself only a few months ago. It wasn't long before things started to go missing. Not by me, probably some copycat trying to cash in on the distraction of my presence on board. And this morning, I woke up to find a 12-man security team coming down the hallway, looking for me. I've been dodging them ever since, but I can't do it forever. This is a big ship, but it's still 2 years to Alpha Centauri. I can try to tell them about her white eyes and her heart locked in a safe, but they wouldn't listen. I mean, people don't change, do they?
Hey, everybody. You know, I always wanted to... No.